Yeah, hello. Very, very blessed today. I'm actually on the phone here with Sophia Stewart, and Sophia is actually the author of The Matrix and also the Terminator series. And I've also, with my business partner Andrew Rigby here, very blessed. But what we're about to do is we're about ready to take ViewTrakr and launch using ViewTrakr and uniquely launching the advertising campaign via Facebook. And we're actually going to be running Sophia's Facebook page for her for The Matrix 4 coming up. And we're going to show the power of ViewTrakr in this. So, Sophia, are you excited to have ViewTrakr launch The Matrix 4 out in advertising in Facebook land?
Yes, I'm very excited about it. Everybody needs to get the Matrix 4 book in their hands and ready for, prepared for Matrix 4 movie, which is coming soon. And the book is very visual. It's like part book, part movie format, because it's preparing people for the actual movie. I think a lot of fans are very excited. They've read it, and they're reading it. And they're very, very, very excited because they love The Matrix and the Terminator.
Well, I've seen them both, and what you said earlier on was that I've never thought about this. You're telling me that the Terminator is the prequel to The Matrix?
Yes. Terminator End Time Revelations, because what I wrote was the second coming of Christ, not the first coming, which is already in the Bible by those authors. I wrote the second coming. Like when in Revelations it says that Christ would come back. So Neo, the Christ, has always been called the One. So what I wrote was the second coming of Christ, the evolution of consciousness, man versus the machine. In other words, Christ would come back and he'd be up against technology and the machine. So the Terminator is the prequels to the Matrix, and Sarah Connor is Neo's mother. When the FBI did my case, they were just totally floored, and they have autographed copies of my book, so does Homeland Security and NASA scientists and doctors. They were just blown away because they were like, Sarah Connor is Neo's mother, because it's quite easy to see that John Connor's JC, Jesus Christ, grows up to be Neo in The Matrix. The Matrix is the future. What I wrote was a epic story of the second coming of Christ. And it's time travel, past, present, future time travel. So when you look at the Matrix and the Terminator, you put the Terminator with the Matrix, that's time travel. When you see the beginning of the Terminator, you see that a child is going to be born, and this woman is going to have a baby, and that the Terminators come from their own planet, their own machine planet, that come to destroy this woman so they can destroy the baby she's having. So the baby cannot be born. So the whole epic story is the path of Neo, or the journey of the One, or the journey of Neo and the path of its path, or the path of Neo, which is the One.
Sophia, what message are you trying to give us right now, especially in the times that our country and we're watching the world be in? How do you tie that on a time frame with your movies here?
Well, my work, The Matrix and Terminator, these franchises, and the new Matrix 4 is the fourth installment of the Matrix. But I also tie in the Terminator in the Matrix 4 book. I explain who the Oracle is, what the Matrix is, and how the Matrix and Terminator are one, and who John Connor really is through the Oracle's DNA, which you're going to see in the book. Then I'm also describing the hologram, the holographic world that's coming 30 to 40 years up the road, and preparing the people for the future, and how advanced technology, or the AI, will become. Artificial intelligence, because they will be microchipped clones that look exactly like humans, but they will be soulless because they will not have understanding, love, compassion, emotions. So my work is actually preparing people for the new technology, just like the Third Eye book did. In my Third Eye book, I was talking 33 years ago, 1980. My copyrights are 81, 83, and 84. And I'm talking about digital downloading, barcodes, scanners, food scanners, body scanners, computerized warfare with the drones, where Trinity tells Tank, download me so I can fly this helicopter. Where in the future you won't have to read any books, go to any schools. You can actually be downloaded with information to speak 20 different languages, to fly planes, helicopters, whatever. And it will cut the time, because in the future time will be very limited. And I'm explaining about the virtual penal system, which Homeland Security went crazy over, because in the future, when you commit a crime and it's a felony, you lose all your rights. You will be wheeled into a outpatient's room on a gurney, and they will insert a microchip the size of a pinhead in the delicate part of your brain where it cannot be taken out. And if anyone were to tamper with it, it would leave you in a vegetable state of existence. And it is a GPS tracker, because now they're taking the tracker off of your ankle and they're installing it into your brain, a microchip. And then they will release you, because they know in the future there will be no physical jails, that's too expensive, no prisoners, no guards, none of that, feeding and health care, that is too expensive. So now they will let you loose, and they will GPS track you like from Google Earth, and when you commit a crime, they will actually videotape it so you cannot deny that you did it. They will put all your DNA and swab you and put all your information into a database. They will actually take your fingerprints, your skin, DNA, physical DNA, hair, and everything into this database. Because in the future, you become your own judge, jury, and executioner if you can't control your emotions. Once they let you go out, they can track you now and observe you. Will be new jobs created. Not to worry about these old jobs, because new jobs are coming, digital jobs. Everything is going to be holographic and virtual. Now your job is monitoring as a parole officer or as a policeman or a guard, correction officer. Now you get to track and watch your different charges, felony charges that's on parole. And like I said, you will track them, and if they commit a crime, then you will send out a drone transporter, like a black spear, and it makes no sound. It will come and it will appear and pick you up. It will open up like a giant claw, suck you in, and sedate you, gas you for the trip back, so you won't tamper with the transporter, or you won't try to change the directions of the transporter or shut it down. And when they bring you back to Homeland Security on that gurney again, this time they will put these virtual white laser rings around you, around your arms, and around your body that stands out like a hula hoop or a loop around you. Now you can go home because you're in prison. This is the new jail system. And you activate the jail system because you can walk around in the mall, you can walk around and talk to people, and people have a choice to talk back to you or not. But if you snatch your purse, it will activate the ring, and the ring will automatically cut off your hand, and it will categorize your hand at the same time to keep you from bleeding after it cuts your arm or your hand off. And if you try to run from the Homeland Security guards, the police, the FBI, the new law enforcement agency guards, then it will activate the rings and it'll cut your legs off if you try to run.
Yeah.
And if you kill somebody, it will activate the ring and it will cut your head off.
Ooh.
Now, this is all left up to you. you get out of control, this is what's going to happen. And this is in Matrix 4 book.
Okay.
Hey, I'm also describing I put three concepts into one book, which is totally unheard of because most writers are only able to just barely put one concept. But I've put three concepts into Matrix 4 book. The prophecy, the Mayan prophecy of 2012, the mystery of Orion's belt, and the missing gold capstones of the pyramid. So I don't want to give away too much.
Whoa. Hey, Sophia, when do you think the movie will come out?
Excuse me?
When do you think Matrix 4, the movie, will come out?
Well, it's hard to predict when movies are coming out because I've been talking to major studios and production companies about it, and some Chinese production companies who want to do a all Chinese Matrix 4 and use China as the backdrop and bring in their own directors like John Woo, Ang Lee, or Fats to direct it. So we have a lot of excited people. I had a meeting with the late Rick Finkelstein. I'm sorry to hear that he passed away on October the 1st because one of my first big meetings was with Universal Studios and Rick Finkelstein, who was interested in Matrix 4 and 5. Yeah. Matrix 4 and 5 and 6, I believe, and he wanted the Matrix attraction. Because I've created a half movie, half interacting gaming attraction that is just phenomenal with the Oracle Theater.
Okay. Hey, Sophia, I'm going to try to make this short, then we'll do another second part to this. We're at 12 minutes right now. There's someone I'd like to introduce you to. Do you know Foster Gamble by chance with the Thrive Movement?
Do I know who?
Foster Gamble of the Thrive Movement?
No, I do not know him.
Okay, he did movie Thrive. What on earth would it take? It's he's heir to Procter Gamble. Foster Gamble's his name. I'll have to connect you to. We'll talk about that later on. I was just curious if you knew him or not.
No, I've never met him. So yeah, I've heard of Thrive before, of course, but I've never met him.
There you go. So you know the movie Thrive?
Yeah, I've heard of that movie.
Okay, I'm gonna email it to you to take a look at that. But in the movie, it proposes some solutions. Is there any hope from the downloads that you've got that are allowing you to write such brilliant work that there's hope for mankind? Can we get ahead of this craziness?
Well, a lot of this craziness, I told people, is polarity, polar. There is no such thing as duality. Duality is nothing but deception, duplicity, duping. You know, there are no two things going on here. There's only one thing going on here, and that's really good. And the people who are taking the good energy and reversing it, that's what evil really is. Because when you go forward with the good energy, that is what living is, going forward with good energy and doing good things, L-I-V-E.
Yep.
And when you flip that good energy that's going forward backwards, that is what evil is. That the same word, L-I-V-E, now that same word is E-V-I-L.
Power.
This side of live is E-V-I-L. And that means that the energy is going in the wrong direction, going backwards. This is the thing that people need to understand. You make your own heaven and hell by what you as an individual do. There are no we. There are no we saving others because it's all about your own spirituality and understanding and growth here.
Definitely.
And learning the truth about that spirituality and growth so you can make the right decisions and you can go in the right direction. The same electricity that keeps your house warm and cooks your food is the same electricity that burns your house down and burns your food up.
Right. You know what we'll do, Sophia, is we'll talk about these what you're discussing right now on your Facebook group that we're going to be correcting right now. Assembling for you and shooting that out with the world. So it's very exciting. And just your background, you said you're Cherokee Indian blood, correct?
Yes, and my
And I'm Cherokee Indian myself also.
Yes. My grandmother, full-blooded Cherokee.
I'm Cherokee also.
Yeah, it's true. And what I'm saying that it comes out of me. I don't even need to read or practice or look at anything. I can speak to any NASA scientists, doctors, lawyers. I have a gift in law. I have many multi-gifted quantum physics and mathematicians.
And I asked you if you've done any drugs at all, and you said you never have.
No, I don't do any drugs. And they've called every visionary seer has been called crazy until people started to understand their contribution.
I believe in your contribution.
Tesla and Da Vinci and other them were doing drugs, to my understanding. I can't speak for anyone but myself, but
Sophia,
most people have called every inventor crazy until they understood their contribution.
hey, I'm gonna go ahead and stop this. We're gonna do another video later on, but one second, please. I'm gonna stop this, and we'll start getting this advertised for you. So be watching Facebook and out there for the new updates on as we launch the Facebook group for Matrix 4. Bye bye. This is gonna be big news for ViewTrakr, officially launching Sophia Stewart in Matrix 4. Thanks.